Oh, there we go. We are live. Hello.
Shamai, it's showtime.
Sorry, we're 3 seconds late starting. Me and Dom are having a good old natter there. Good old chinny wag.
Well, there was a lot of technical issues in there, but we got through them, didn't we?
Yes, exactly. Yes. Well, welcome and happy TK Jones Day to you, Dom.
Yeah, happy to see Clive Jones's day to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
He's a legend. I
Yeah.
mean, my experience of T. Clive Jones was, very limited, as to say none. But since I've been working with Wales and Welsh schools for the last 5 years, I have understood that he is a national hero.
Yeah. Yeah. And, when you look at the story of his life and what he managed to fit in and how many books he actually wrote, that's pretty mind-blowing.
Prolific.
Yes, indeed. So, welcome in. We got some fun activities for you today, all to do with TK Jones. So whether you're TK Jones's biggest fan or you've never heard of him before, then these activities are great for everybody. We've got some lovely design tasks. We can do some video editing. We're going to learn about a few of his most famous characters and one of his poems as well today. So
that's another great word that you say, by the way.
What?
It's exactly the same as elements.
What?
It's poem.
Poem.
Poem. I love it. It's brilliant. Love it.
Poem and written by a poet. Yes. There we go.
Poet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So let us know where you're joining us from. Give us a shout out, and we'll get your names up on the screen. Right. So a couple of rules. If we're going too fast, then feel free to pause us. Saying that, you're going to see us do this twice because I'll be showing you how to use the browser version of Express. So if you're on a Chromebook, a laptop, a PC, Mac, whatever, then you can follow along with me. But then Dom's got his snazzy iPad out, so he's going to be following along on the iPad. So you're going to see it twice.
Battling away.
See it twice. So you should have plenty of time. But, if not, you can always pause. After the session, this afternoon at 4 o'clock, you'll also receive an email with a certificate for everyone that's taken part. So make sure, teachers, that you're registered for the session. And then the third rule is that if you take part in 3 of our whole school challenges, then you can earn your whole school a pizza party. So how that works is that if you get over 100 children in your school, or if you're in a smaller school, everyone from year 3 and up.
I mean, 100 is like 3 classes, isn't it? Just over 3 classes.
Yeah. If you get that many people to take part in one of our live lessons, and maybe they don't all have to join live. Some of them could do it later on, watching the recording or whatever.
You can help them as well, especially if you're digital leaders. You can go in there and boss it.
Absolutely, yes. So if you do that, then that gets you 1 point, okay? And if you get 3 points, once you hit 3 points, then you, my friends, have won a pizza party for your whole school on Adobe. Yeah. Fair play to them. And you'll also get a whole school award, an Adobe Digital Leader School Award to put up on the wall. Right. Should we have a look at what we're doing today?
Yeah, please.
Okie dokie. So here
what does the T in T. Clive Jones stand for?
Thomas Llew Jones. Yes.
So Clive Jones, that would be a double-barreled surname.
No, it's his actual name would be Llew, and then Thomas would be
So that's the Welsh tradition, isn't it, of having your first name, not the one that you use traditionally?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of that goes on. So I'm the same. There's a lot of that goes on. Yeah, so I'm the same. So I'm Meredith Jones. So I'm Llew
Meredith Jones.
It's Llew Meredith Jones. So yeah, I could if I was an author, I could say written by H. Meredith Jones. But that's a bit.
I'm the same. Don't know if
yes. What are you then?
Merlin Dominic Trainer.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool if it was true.
Wouldn't it? I'd love that. That'd be amazing. Merlin, actually.
Right. Okay. So you've got the challenge page today. It's on the scrolly at the bottom there. It's bit.ly/express_TLJ, TK Jones. You can also get to it if you've got an iPad by scanning the QR code that's on your screen right now. That'll bring you to this challenge page. Now then, what's our first challenge going to be? Well, I've got a little bit of wordplay going on here, okay?
Oh, yeah.
So you're not going to like this. You're going to groan at this, Dom, but I don't care. I like it anyway. So, a T-shirt in Welsh is called a Crys T, okay? So you know where I'm going with this. We're going to be making a Crys T Llew Jones, all right?
I don't know what to say.
A T-shirt.
So that means a shirt is a crease.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to do a Crys T Llew Jones. It's my little joke there that I've been giggling about. So whether anybody else finds, whether anybody else finds it funny, it doesn't matter. Right. So we're going to be making a T-shirt for one of T. Llew Jones's characters. Okay. Now you can pick your own character if you know of some T. Llew Jones characters, but if you don't, I've picked out 4 of his most famous characters here. Okay, here are some ideas. So we've got Harry Morgan, the world's most famous pirate, and he was a rich landowner. And the thing about T. Llew Jones is he wrote these stories about people that actually existed in real life. So all 4 of these are historical characters that existed in real life. So Harry Morgan, the world's most famous pirate, and he was a rich landowner. And in the book, he's in a few of T. Llew Jones's books, but he goes on a voyage to find his buried treasure. And he needs to, first of all, he needs to find his treasure map in order to go and find his buried treasure. So that's one of the most famous T. Llew Jones characters. Then we've got Twm Sion Catti. So Twm Sion Catti was a highwayman. He was a highway robber. And classic Robin Hood story here. He used to steal from the rich and help the poor. And
there's a boy. There's a boy.
He used to play tricks on the rich people as well. He didn't just steal from them; he used to play tricks on them. And then we got Sean Quilt. So Sean Quilt.
Yeah, I recognize that one.
Oh, there we go. So Sean Quilt was a smuggler. I used to smuggle wine into the country without paying taxes on it, and he'd hide his goods, hide the wine and the stuff that the brandy and wine that he was smuggling. He'd hide them in the caves in Ceredigion. And he used to travel by night, of course, because, if you're smuggling, then you want to hide what you're doing.
It's cool.
So he'd wear an old cloak, an old coat. But because he used to walk, through the trees and all that, the coat was full of rips. And he'd patch it up with different offcuts from different pieces of material. So that's why people said that he looked like a quilt. That's why he's got the name Sean Quilt, because his coat was patched up with all these different scraps of material. Nice. And then finally, we got another pirate, Barty Ddi.
I know, I remember that one as well.
The Barty Ddi, or Black Bart in English, was a wild pirate captain. He's brave and daring and very different to Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan was a little bit of a posh pirate. Barty Ddi was just this crazy guy from Pembrokeshire who used to do all kinds of mad stuff. Yeah, so there we go. So you need to pick a character. It can be one of those 4 or another one if you want. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go for Barty Ddi, I think.
I'm going to go for Sean Quilt.
Yeah, yes, go on.
Yeah. Love that.
And we're gonna design a T-shirt for them. Right. I hope you're excited because I've done this a couple of times now, practicing, and I've had fun. So here we go. I'm on Express. Cool. Here's my Express homepage, and we want a piece of paper, a canvas that's on landscape. So we're going to click on the blue dot in the top left-hand corner. And in that pop-out menu, choose from the standard sizes, landscape, 16 by 9. Okay. So up in the top left, where it says loading document, and it'll give you an title. Let's name this. So this is Barty Ddi T-shirt. Barty Ddi T-shirt. There we go. Barty Ddi T-shirt. Cool. Okay. Right. Now then. What you need to do now, first of all, is we need to find, in the media, we need to find a photo of a T-shirt, but we want to see the front and the back of the T-shirt, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? We want to see the front of the T-shirt and the back of the T-shirt next door to each other. So you can actually, in media on the left-hand side, click on media, and up at the top, click on photos. Now, in here where it says search photos, I'm actually going to type t-shirt, front, and back. Okay, I'm actually going to type exactly what I want. Because if I just put t-shirt in, there'll be loads of stuff that comes up that we don't want.
Look at that.
So we get 161 results of, stuff that's going to be pretty much what we want. Let me just pop that up on the screen for you. T-shirt, front, and back. Let me just pop that up. There we go. That's what we search for, okay? T-shirt, front, and back. Right, okay. Oh, my goodness. I zoomed in. Now, some of these will work better than each other. I mean, why we've got 3 on this one, I have no idea. I mean, you could just crop the pocket off, I suppose, because you want the front and the back. This one with the girl pointing at the t-shirt, I don't think that's going to work as well because she's hiding bits of the t-shirt with her hands. This one might work. The guy with that could work. But the easiest one is going to be where you've just got the shirt and not a person in it. But I have tested it out with kind of people, on there, and this does work. So if you want one of the ones with people, then you can. Okay, right. I'm going to grab this black t-shirt on a white background, like that. Okay. Now then, let's pop over to Dom because, what I'll do first, sorry, let's just get this to fit into my page as much as I possibly can. Now, because I've got a white page and this white background, for you to see what I'm doing better, I'm just going to change the background color of my page. You don't need to do that. It just might help you see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. I'll just do that. You're welcome to do it if you want. But you don't need to. Right, there we go. So I'm just going to fill it, and then I'll just make sure that it's centered. Okay, so I've made it as big as I possibly can, and then I'm centering it. Right, let's pop over to... Oh, yeah, let's pop over to Dom. Okay.
Okay, cool. Go. Right. If you're just joining us, this is how you get started. So the plus in the top right over here, the top left even. What am I saying? Top right, top left. Give that a little tickle. Go to landscape, one in the middle. Ooh, there we go. There's a bit of a lag on this. And there we go, getting everything ready. Okay, now what Mr. Jones did, well, let's get rid of this YouTube video bit. We don't need this over here. Don't need that at all. So let's get rid of that. And then I'm going to rename mine, pop that in there, select all, and I'll put Sion Chris.
Sean Quilt?
Creased quilt. Yeah. He's got a creased quilt. There we go. It's not going to see on properly. There we go. Come on. That's culturally not very fair of you. There you go.
It's so small we can't see it. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
There we go. And then I think what I'll do now is I'll actually just change the background color now so that you can see what I'm doing. But you can keep it white. It's fine. Yeah. Maybe... I'll do like this kind of, I don't know what that is. Yeah. What color is that? No idea.
Lovely. Magenta.
Yeah. Magenta. There you go. And then media on the left-hand side. And then give that a tap. Photos. And you can see the handy hint on the screen there is t-shirt, front and back. And actually, I think I'm probably going to choose the black one in the same way that Edit did, because I think that's going to be, I think that's probably going to be good for me because I'm doing Sean Quilt and he's going to have a patchwork. And so, the background being black of the t-shirt is good. So pop that on there. Let's make it as big as possible. I mean, you tell me, Mr. Jones, can I go over the page and make it like that?
Yeah, fine.
It's the width, isn't it, that we need to keep in, I think.
Yeah, it's fine.
Or maybe you've got some titles that you want to put in as well.
Yeah. I mean, we can put titles in. It's not the end of the world if that text could be tiny. So yeah, if you wanna fill it up bigger than that's absolutely fine. Fill your butts.
Yeah. Right. Cool. Anything else for me to do here?
That's it for now. Yeah. Great. Okay. So we'll pass back to my screen. Here we go. Right. So now that we've got that, what we're going to do is we are going to lock it. No, we're not. we're not.
No.
We need to duplicate it first. Sorry. So
Oh,
before
really?
locking it, yeah. We're going to duplicate it.
Are we gonna remove background or not now?
No, we're not going to remove background at all. We're going to click on more and we're going to duplicate. Okay. Right. So now I got 2 lots of these t-shirts. So the one in the back, I'm going to lock. More and lock. Okay. Right. Now then, let's just get Dom to do that as well. So we duplicate the t-shirts and then we lock. So you do that. There we go. We're back with you.
Okay, cool. So what I just did first was I touched that and I used the long handles in the middle just to sort of crop it to the page. That felt like something I should do. So I knew that that was the boundary of the page. Right. And then I'm going to select it, 3 dots, duplicate it.
Yes. Move this one
and
out
then,
a little bit.
Yeah. And then
the one in
the back one, tap that, 3 dots, lock. Nice.
Yeah. Cool.
This is
right.
This is blowing my mind. What are we doing today?
Right. Now then, we are going to do, with this front one, we're going to do the opposite of removing the background. Okay. We're going to just keep the background and actually remove the t-shirts. So to see this working, it actually helps if you kind of don't put it exactly on top of the other one. Otherwise, it won't look as if anything's happened. So I'm just going to bring it kind of offset for a minute. Don't resize it though, okay? Don't change the size of it. Keep it the same size. And what I'm going to do, on the left-hand side, you've got the erase button, these sunglasses, okay? Now then, in the erase panel, make sure that you've got quick selection chosen here, not the brush. Oh my goodness. Quick selection. Okay. And the size that it kind of gives you as a standard should be fine. Now just watch this. I'm just going to click once, not on the background. I'm going to click on the t-shirt, in the middle of the t-shirt once, 1 click. And there we go. It's removed the whole t-shirt. Okay. And I'm going to do the same now with the one on the right-hand side. I'm going to click once, click, and it's removed it. Okay?
Whoa.
And then I'm going to hit
It doesn't look like it's removed it.
Because you see in bits of the one behind, the one that's locked. Okay. So now I'm going to hit done. Now then, what we want to do now is bring this cutout. Basically, it's kind of like a t-shirt stencil, isn't it? And we want to lay it exactly back on top of the one that we've got in the background. And the pink lines should help you snap that boosh into place like that. So it looks just like we've got the one there. But if I look over on my layer stack, I've actually got 2. You can see them. I've got the locked one in the back, which I haven't touched. I've just put it in the back and locked it. And then this one in the front, it's the same, in the same position, but I've actually used that remove tool to get rid of the t-shirt in both. You can see that the t-shirt is actually disappeared. It's see-through on that upper layer. Right. Back to you, Dom. Once you got this set up, everything after this then becomes really easy. This is definitely kind of the most complicated part of it.
Okay. So I've got my one in the front here. These are both exactly the same. Yeah. And what the Maestro is telling us is to go over to erase, which is up here.
Yeah.
And then we're going to tap that. Make sure you got quick selection because that's going to guess what you need. Does it matter size of brush?
No, leave it alone. Just tap in the middle of the t-shirt. Yeah.
Tapping in the middle of the t-shirt.
It's done.
Tapping in the middle of the t-shirt. Press done.
Oh, hang on. Let me just get rid of the text that I've got up here is hiding that.
Yeah. They can see that there's a done there, I think.
Yeah.
And then I've got this kind of crazy stencil window. And then I've just got to match it up. Oh, there we go. Ooh,
yeah.
There we go. Nice.
It should, the pink lines should snap it into place for you. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Brilliant. Okay. So the reason we're doing this is that when you're doing t-shirt design, maybe you've tried doing something like this before on the computer, is that it's really difficult to kind of have things going to the edge of the t-shirt without hanging over the side. You know what I mean? And then if you then like force it to always be on the t-shirt, it just never looks that great. Okay. For example, let's just start off straight away with something. Let's jump into the elements on the left-hand side. Okay. I'm gonna jump into the elements. Am I on my screen? No. Hang on. Here we go. Yeah. Right. So elements on the left-hand side and design assets. We're going to use loads of design assets today. Okay. Design assets here. So Barty was obsessed with treasure. Okay. So I'm going to search for coins in here. Okay, and there's loads of different stuff coming up here, but I really like these kind of this kind of rainfall of coins here. Now, if I click on that, it brings it in. Okay. Now, normally, if you were doing a t-shirt design, you'd have to kind of keep it away from the edge because look how untidy that looks. It looks terrible because these coins are not on the t-shirt. But now we don't need to worry about that. Look at this. I'm just going to take my coins and I'm just going to get them to cover my whole t-shirt just like that. Okay, there we go. Covering the whole t-shirt. And then I'm going to duplicate that. 3 dots, duplicate, and pop that over on the back as well. Maybe I can just kind of bring it up so that the pattern looks a bit different as well. Do this. Yeah. And now that's all I need to do. Over on my layer stack, this t-shirt not the locked one, the one that's unlocked, the one with the t-shirts cut out. If I drag that to the top of my layer stack.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. I'm just practicing as well, and it works really nicely.
Okay, so now it look, that coin there is kind of half cut off across the top of the t-shirt. This one's kind of cut off. And all of a sudden now you can just do some really cool t-shirt designs without worrying about kind of staying within the lines of the t-shirt, which isn't how you would design a t-shirt anyway. Right, so
very cool.
I'll just do one more, and then we'll pass over to Dom, who's going to search for some elements. You could start looking for something like fabric or wine, or barrels. Used to travel through the trees and the mountains, so you could have trees. I'm just going to search now for maybe water, because obviously Barty was a pirate. So I tell you what, this splash here looks amazing. So
that does look good.
This time, I'm not even going to care about doing one for the front and one for the back. Do you know what I'm going to do? But days, just moved the wrong way. Undo.
I wonder if does that need to be locked as well or not?
You could lock that top one. The only thing then is you can't drag it up. You'd have to drag everything else underneath it rather than just drag that to the top. So you could lock that t-shirt. Yeah. Right. So rather than do 2 splashes, I'm just going to do one massive splash across both t-shirts. Look at this. Look how easy this is.
Nice.
One huge splash across both of them. And then I just drag that down one layer on my layer stack. And there it is. It's on my t-shirt. And look how easy that was for me to just get to that. I'd wear that t-shirt. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
Right. Let's pop over to Dom then and see how he's getting on with his elements.
Right. Okay.
Ooh, a bit of patchwork there.
Yeah. So Sean Quills, is there anything I need to know about this geezer before I start putting the stuff in there?
Yeah, well, basically that. He used to travel by night across the mountains, through the forests, in this kind of patchwork quilt kind of coat. And he smuggled wine and brandy and hid stuff in caves. So I suppose you're looking at...
Okay. Bit of mud. Maybe a mud splash here and there.
Yes, caves, mud, barrels of brandy, maybe. Yeah.
Okay, right. So I'm going to put a few things in, I think. And then we can just... Oh, that one's gone right behind. That's odd. How is that possible?
Was that a texture layer, maybe? I think it is, yeah.
Ah, right. Okay, let me get rid of that. Don't want that. Fabric. I mean, I did search for cloth as well, actually. Search design, I think, cloth. We got loads of things for cloth here. Does that one? That one comes in quite nicely. But it seems to be going behind. Why is it going behind? How very strange.
Yeah, I think it's one of those texture or overlay layers, I think.
Right, okay, yeah.
But that's a...
Yeah, so that one's good. So I'm just going to get a few things in there, I think.
Yeah.
That one's great, actually. That's actually got stitching on there. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if you search for stitching, actually. Maybe that would give you something.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Let's go for that. Yeah, maybe. Stitching. Great idea, guys. Oh, yeah. That first one's a cracker. What a cracker. Yeah. There's all sorts of old school. Here we go. We're in business here.
Oh, those those lines of stitch are cool as well, aren't they?
Yeah, exactly. So this is just my first pass at it. And just to show you what kind of things I might do with it, that one looks like it's not really loading properly, is that I could get these and I could kind of, put them in different places and have them hanging off the edge, which is fine. I can go to effects if I like, and I can change it. Maybe this one's stained with the wine of 1,000 red wine barrels. Who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows what Sean was up to? Sean. Oh, what a card. And then, maybe they'd be green. So, just to show you that you can stick stuff in there. Maybe some of these are a bit big, really. But, Sean he was a bit rough.
Yeah.
Often he was just, bounding through the trees. He wasn't even thinking about his quilt. So,
No.
I mean, he didn't think about his cloak very often. So, you feel free to just go to town on it. Maybe a brown one. Or maybe there's something like that. Now that I've done all of those, you see, if I grab my cutout layer, and you can see if I just move it to the top one by one, all the things pop through. Yeah.
Cool.
He's a bit of a stylish dude, isn't he, Sean?
That is. He's a bit of an icon. Yeah.
Yeah. Loving his work. And one thing I will say is that if you put them underneath, but you're like, oh, I really want to edit them, but you're touching the screen and it's only giving you the top cutout layer, just go into your stack, and then it will, you can select them in your layer stack, you see, and then if you want to, you can reposition them and that kind of thing, and it doesn't matter one little bit. There you go. Right, pass over to the boss.
Yeah,
go, boss.
Brilliant. That's brilliant. Right. Okay. So here we go. Are we? Yes, we're back on my screen.
Ooh, nice.
So, what we do next? Let's get some text in. So we're gonna get the name of the character in as big a font as we can on the back of the t-shirt. Okay. We're gonna keep the front a little bit less in your face. Well, that's difficult to say with mine with these huge gold coins. But the front one's going to be the front's going to be a little bit more subtle, and then the back's going to have like big text at the back. A little bit how you get a number on the back of a football top, that kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go over to text. Click on text, and then add your text. Now then, in here, you're going to type the name of your character. So mine was Bartidi. Now, we're going to use the dynamic text layout, okay? Because this is going to help us to fill as much of the back as possible. So dynamic there. There we go. And then when I grab the corner handle and drag down like that, you see it just pushes it to 2 lines. Now, the word the font has been increased so that the width of the word the is the same as the word Barty. Right. Now that font is terrible. Okay, so let's have a look at some recommended fonts. I want a good pirate font. So I'm going to click on View All here. I want something that looks a bit wild and piratical.
Piratical. That's a good word.
That's a good pirate font, I think. And so is this one. I like this one as well.
That's better.
Yeah, we can go to show more. Scroll down. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's the one. That's the one.
And that's a good one as well.
Oh, that's even better.
I think this is my favorite. I'm going to go with this one.
Yeah.
And you can click on the View More like this, and it'll show you similar fonts. So I'm reckoning. Oh,
yeah.
I've hit the mother load here, Dom.
I mean, he's not wrong. You got to hand it to him. He's hit the mother load.
I'm going to go for this one here. This one here. Right. Now, when you've done that, remember, we're trying to kind of stuff this onto the page as much as possible. So with this selected, I am going to mess around with my line spacing and my letter spacing as well. Can I bring those lines closer together? Yes, I can. Can I bring the letters closer together? Yes, I can. You just need to make sure that you can read it, and then everything's good. Everything's gravy. Right. Now, I'm going to add an outline to that. Okay, bring up an outline. Now then, what about the color of the outline? Well, what about one of the colors on my design? So I'll use the eyedropper tool here. Click on it, and maybe I'm going to grab like this bright blue that I've got. That's nice. There we go. Now then, let's try and get this onto the back of the t-shirt. Quite high up. like that. Cool. I could experiment with the color of the text. I could try the fill color of the text as white. That works. I could go for maybe a pale yellow. Does work. I think the black works best, though. I think. Right. Now then, before I pass over to Dom, the next thing I'm doing, the one more thing with text is I'm going to duplicate this text box. 3 dots, duplicate. And this text box is just going to say T. Llew Jones. T. Llew Jones. Now, I don't need that across 2 lines. I'm just going to have it on 1 line. And I'm going to pop that down at the bottom of the t-shirt. Sometimes on a football shirt, they've got like a sponsor down the bottom.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, so I'm just going to do that there. Okay, and you could make it even small. It doesn't need to fill the width. You could do something like that. Maybe that looks a bit better. Just like that. Okay, cool. So there it is. I'll pass over to Dom to get his Sean Quilt text on the back of his t-shirt.
Let's go.
Oh, what have we got going on here?
Yeah.
You got leaves.
You know what? I know I did get leaves. What I'm going to do is just open this up because I think it needs a kick in order to make some of the images pop out again, because some of them are a bit pixelated. So I'm just pushing it through again to make sure that it's going to come back and look amazing. Probably not a great time to do it just as you switch screens to me, but
shall I do another step?
Yeah, do another step. Why not?
Yeah. Okay, we'll do another step. Okay. So the quick step that I want to do is that, T. Llew Jones is something that we're super proud of in Wales. So I think we need maybe a Welsh dragon somewhere in here. Yeah. So let's go to elements. And up at the top, I'm going to scroll all the way over to the icons. And I'm just going to search for Wales in here. And you got some different ones here, but I like these 2 here. These are great. Okay. So I'm going to grab one of these dragons. Now, I think it definitely needs to be red. There we go. Now then, what's fun with this is I'm going to try and pop it onto the sleeve. So I'm going to rotate it, pop it onto the sleeve. One of the sleeves, maybe. And maybe it's just going to be showing halfway. You know what I mean? It's like on the top of the sleeve.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm actually going to kind of half put it off the page like that. And now I can bring my t-shirt layer, my cutter layer to the top. There we go. We've got this kind of half a dragon there. So if we wanted to see the other half of the dragon, then we could actually duplicate it. And this one would obviously be the other way around on the opposite sleeve over here. And that's the same dragon, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? The front half of this dragon is going to show, the back half of it is going to show over there. So you could do something like that. If you want something specific, kind of halfway across the front and the back, you can do that kind of idea.
Nice.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it. Alrighty. Well, what I did was I got some leaves,
they look great.
and I was going to do them across all of them. But if I stretch this out, the leaves are looking a bit big. So I actually did 2 of the same and just flip them around. You can flip them, you see here.
Nice.
And they'll just because I thought, Sean's a bit of a dirty Bertie, and he goes through the woods like he does. And he's not bothered about the leaves. Sometimes he goes for a roll in them. That's what he's about. But I always made sure that, you see, if I bring this down, that's no good, because you can see the leaves on the white bit. So you have to always make sure that you're taking that to the top.
Yeah,
and the back image has been
the
back image has been a bit silly at the moment. It's a bit pixelated, but anyway. Right, let's go to text, and then add your text, and then Simon, not Simon.
Simon Quilt.
And then there we go.
Jones' better behaved younger brother.
Let's change the color just so we can see what we're playing with. Right, and then recommended. Someone looking for something piratical. Can
you imagine Sean's mum saying, "Sean, why can't you be more like Simon?" Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that one I thought was good. I mean, maybe Sean wasn't, that great a writer. I don't know, really. Probably back then, writing was probably a privilege, I would guess.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we could use that one. Why not? Well, let's use it. And then I'm going to dynamic it. Whoa! Yeah. Now we're talking.
That
I like that.
The Pigmo font is wild.
Pigmo is always there. Right, and then outline. Oh, yeah. Oh, I don't know, actually. Yeah, this one's a tough one. Outline thickness. Bring that up a bit. There we go. Sion. Wonder if it... Oh, yeah. Flipped it round.
Nice.
Flipped it. Yeah, flipped it. Right, and it's going on like the back of a shirt, isn't it? Like this.
Yeah.
That's a bit small, isn't it? It's a bit small like that. Honestly, this iPad thing drives me bananas. Ain't gonna lie.
I think you're on the front of the shirt there. Are you?
Oh yeah, on the front of the shirt. Right, so that might actually need... Oh, interesting. Yeah, it might be that needs to go on top of that patch, or actually it needs to go behind that patch. So maybe I'll go to... Well, maybe I just need to make that patch smaller. So I'm looking for that green one. So I'll select it in my layer stack. That's probably the easiest place. And then maybe I just bring that down right to the end. And then we can see good old Shawnee. And then what am I putting on the front?
I just put a dragon on the sleeve. That's all I did.
Right. But where did you put T-Cloud?
Oh, right down the bottom of the back. So
right there on the bottom of the back.
I did put the name. You could put Sean and Quilt. You know what I mean? With a dynamic one above the other. Could do that if you wanted to. But it is cool like that as well. Just
what if I wanted to? Is that what you're saying? If I wanted to?
This is your work, Tom. You do what you want.
Oh yeah. Is it really? Right. And then I'm gonna and then also I want my mud stains. Let me just zoom in here. You see my mud stains are behind the text.
Yeah.
I actually think I should have my mud stains in front of the text. So I'm going to grab one of these. I think that's the mud stain. Yeah. Because Dirty Bertie, you know what he's like.
Yeah.
But I've also got to always remember to have my cutout layer on the top. And then when I zoom back out, yeah, that's nice. I like that. And then if I'm going to do Mr. Cloud Jones, I'm going to 3-dot this. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to tap in there a million times. Not that one, this one. I'm using my layer stack a lot here, you see. Oh, this is interesting. So if I want to actually, I might have to put this at the top in order to be able to edit it. Not that one. That one. And this one needs to go back down again. There we go. And then this one, in order to be able to edit it, it needs to go down the bottom. Come on, I want all of it. There we go. And then I can put T Cloud Jones. Right, but maybe this one is going to be smaller on what? Llewellyn. Let's put Llewellyn in there. No. There we go. That's better. And then grab it, pop it down there. If it wants to be bigger, it can be. And then, oh, not link. Don't want to add a link. No, thank you. I just want to put it in the middle. There we go. Nice. Yeah, I'll do the dragon while you're doing something else, I think.
Okay, right. We're nearly done now with this. So we needed some kind of emblem. Like this T-shirt I'm wearing today, we got the Adobe logo here, representing today. So you got an emblem there, just above where your heart is. Okay, so it's always a good place to put an emblem. So let's do that on the front. So again, think of something that tells the tale of your hero. So I'm going to go to Elements again, and I'm going to go into back to the design assets, and let's just search for pirate in there. Pirate. Okay, so there's some really cool elements in here. I love this pirate hat. I love this cutlass as well, this sword. So tell you what, I'm going to bring in both of those. There's the hat. There's the cutlass. So I just moved my front thing again. Just undo that.
Oh no!
I could just lock it. You could just lock that front one. You could just lock it, and then you won't make that mistake. Right. So I'm going to put this pirate hat on the back. Just this just occurred to me. I'm just going to pop it on the B. Barty these B there. How's about that, Dom?
Oh, hello.
A pirate hat.
Yeah,
on the
very
B.
cool.
Maybe, yeah, it's fine. Right, I could flip it actually, couldn't I? I think it might sit better if if I flip it like that. That tassel's gonna hang down better. Yeah, there it is. Right, so I've done that, and now let's put my sword, this cutlass, as a kind of emblem on Barty's front of the t-shirt. So there it is there. Click on 3 dots, duplicate. With this second one, I'm gonna flip it. Flip over here. And let's just get these two swords crossing each other.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Cool pirate emblem, I think.
Yeah.
Right, now, my hat's feather is poking over the edge of the frame. So because I locked that layer, I can't actually drag it up anymore, but I can drag the other layers below it. So that was the only reason I kind of didn't lock that top layer, but maybe it would have been easier if I had, really. You just have to drag other stuff behind it. Right, so I'm done with the t-shirt. I just need to label this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate my T. Llew Jones text. Okay, so 3 dots, duplicate. And this one I'm going to bring all the way to the front, right up to the top, above everything else. And I'm going to put in here, Chris T. Llew Jones. Okay, the t-shirt Llew Jones, Chris T. Llew Jones. And then we can make that as big as will fit. That's cool. There we go. And then I'm just going to pop my name on the bottom. So I'm going to duplicate that, bring it down to the bottom, and I'm going to put by Meredith Jones in there. That doesn't need to be as big. There we go. That's cool. Now, this right at the end is where you might want to tidy up your canvas. You know, I got these white, I've got this kind of stuff going on at the around the edges here. These blue bits.
Yeah.
So I could just set my background color to the same color. Okay. So obviously I could just choose white, or if you've got a different color background here, you could use the eyedropper and click on whatever it is. There we go. Now then, you see I've got a bit of splash here hanging over. Okay. Anything like that, you can click on it and crop it in. Okay. Crop it in out of sight. There we go. And I'm done. There's my Chris T. Llew Jones. That text at the top, I think the letter spacing needs to come back out. Yeah, maybe something like that. Right, so let's pop over to Dom and see how his finished article is coming along.
Very nice. Right, I went in and found swords like you did.
Nice.
I put one in there, tapped it, 3 dots, duplicate, and then down here you can see you can flip it, and then you can pop it in there, cross them over, however you think works. Yeah, that roughly works. And then what I actually thought here was, I wondered whether I should put a stain on it, but because that looks rather crisp. And I did have my dragon. You can see my dragon just over here. I put that on the sleeve as well, kind of like that. But I think, you know what? I'll just go into text. So I'm going to use Pigmo again. Ooh, you see, this is where you're having the problem. You see, because my, well, generally because most of my stuff is underneath this, you know, cutout here. Yeah. It makes things.
Yeah, you could just add another text box, I suppose. Can you? You could just start a new text box.
But actually, the T. Llew Jones one isn't actually, so I can use that. 3 dot it, duplicate, bring that up here, and then it's just about sort of bringing this out, censoring it. Although it doesn't matter because I'm going to change it now anyway. And then I can put. What am I writing here?
Well, it's Chris, so CRYS.
Yeah, got that. Yeah,
Chris, and then T. Llew Jones.
Yeah. This is doing all sorts of things. Chris, T.
Llew Jones.
Llew Jones. Yeah, nice.
There we
So
go.
that's cool. And then I think I will change the look and feel of this text by going to the fill. I think, do you know what I might do is I might use my dropper tool. You can see the dropper tool up here.
Yeah.
And then I'll use it to select one of my colors here, I think.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
this kind
cool.
of, yeah, maybe that one.
You have got some
And
nice
then,
colours.
yeah, and then maybe the outline. Ooh. Wow, that's interesting. The outline kind of almost makes it look less chunky, if that makes sense. Anyway, that looks pretty good to me.
That's cool.
Yeah, see Llew Jones. And then I can also 3-dot it, duplicate, bring that down. And this can be much smaller, I think. I'll go in here and this bit. And then like I put D Tray Nor. That's my author name. D Tray Nor.
D Tray Nor.
D Tray Nor. T Llew Jones, you got nothing on me, T Llew. I'm D Tray Nor.
D Tray.
Yeah, look at that. I'm happy with that. That looks great. Yeah, nice. Good job. Shall I share mine quickly?
Yeah. How would you share it?
Yeah, so we go up here to download. Oh, this is very laggy today. And you can click that and it will come on. Yeah, download. You can press download there. And then also you can use the share button up here and then click that one. Oops, always clicking them twice. And the one you're looking for is view only link, which is just there. Give that a click and you'll be able to share that with whoever you like. Good stuff.
Cool. Yeah, same with me. Download icon here. You can download it as a PNG or a PDF. If you're dragging it into your Google Drive, OneDrive, My Files on J2E, wherever you store your stuff, just download it. It'll be on your device. Drag it whatever you want it to be. Or you can publish it to the internet with a view-only link, and anybody who clicks on that link can see your work and marvel at it. Right, okay. Let's move on to our second challenge. Brilliant.
Yes.
So to go back and start a new project, all we need to do is click on the colorful Adobe Express icon in the top left-hand corner of your screen. So if I click on that, it takes me back to the dashboard. Now then, now's a good time because some schools sometimes drop off after the first activity. So now is a good time to mention if you are taking any photos and posting them on social media about joining this session, then please tag us in so that we can see as well and give us a shout out. So at Adobe for Edu, at Dom Trainer, at Meredith J or at Meredith Jones, tag us in there because we would love to see what you've been up to. Reminder as well about next week's sessions. Next Thursday at 1:30, we have got a Black History Month live lesson. So
that's the Kenty Cloth one. That's a great one.
Yeah, so coming on to that. That's next Thursday, and you can register for that the same way you register for this by going to bit.ly/Adobe Leaders. Okay, let's get on to our second challenge then. So in our second challenge, we're going to be looking at a poem by T. Llew Jones. So he also wrote poetry. In fact, that's what he became famous for, first of all, was for his poetry before he started writing books. So there's a famous poem by T. Llew Jones called Pam, which is Welsh for why. Okay? Why? Yeah. Now, he wrote his poetry in Welsh, but I've this is not a good translation. You know, it doesn't it doesn't rhyme or anything.
Good enough for me.
I've just given you a literal translation of the poem so that you know exactly what he's talking about. Okay, so he's just kind of asking questions and comparing things in nature, really. Okay, and then the kind of big reveal at the end is the last question for now. And honestly, it's a big question. Why am I sometimes good and kind and sometimes bad and wicked? So that's kind of the end of it, the twist in the tale. Right. Okay. So for this session, we're just going to look at the first 4 pairs of prose, of text, of poetry, whatever. So we're going to go just as far as that, and the big river's water is so dirty. Okay, but you can carry on and do the whole poem if you want, or you could just do the same as us and leave that. That's quite a nice place to stop if you want to stop halfway through. So what we've got here is 4 pairs of poetry. Okay, so if you want to grab the English one, that's fine. Saying that, it isn't very good poetry in English, so maybe it'd be better if you use the Welsh text and then use the English poetry to English translation to help you understand what we're talking about. Right, so on the Express homepage, we're going to click on the big orange tile that says make a video. Okay, so in here, I'm going to call this a Llew Jones Pam video. Okay, Llew Jones Pam video. Right, so Pam means why. So he's asking why to all of these different things. So the first thing I want is I'm going to go to media on the left-hand side, and I'd like a video that helps me think of why. So I'm just going to go, this time I'm not going to search photos, I'm going to search videos, and I'm going to search question. You could maybe just type in why, actually, couldn't you? So this dude looks confused, you know, that's cool. These question marks are cool. These question marks are cool. These 2 people, they're asking why. So all of these, you know, all of these work really well, don't they? She's going, why? So maybe I'll go for that dude because his hair is just the best. That's cool. So I'm going to click on that and bring him in like this. So that's all I'm going to do is add some text. Add your text. And I'm going to go Pam in here. Okay. Pam. And quickly choose a font. Okay. So just grab a font that I like. There we go. Same again. Maybe I want an outline. Maybe I want the outline to be that lovely pink that he's got on his t-shirt. That would be cool. Yeah, that's nice. And then let's just duplicate this. And it's going to be by Llew Jones. Or if you want to write it in Welsh, it's Gan. G-A-N is by in Welsh. Llew Jones. Okay, Pam gan Llew Jones. Right, so I'm just going to bring that down and pop it there. Perfect. Okay, nice. Let's jump over to the iPad then, just to get our first kind of title slide done. Dom, it's over to you.
So I opened up and make a video, press that make a video thing. I've renamed it Why Poem. I've got my blank screen. I'm going to go to media. I'm going to go to videos. I'm going to search for why. And then, oh, nice. This is cool.
Yeah.
I wonder what these videos actually do.
Yeah, on the iPad, you can't hover over it to see.
No, you can't. No.
Yeah.
Let's just try and see what it's like.
There you go.
Yeah, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works really well. And it's nice. 5.3 seconds. Yeah. You can see down here. Can I zoom in? I'm trying to zoom in. Oh, you're not letting me zoom in. Okay, fine. You can see over here, it says 5.3 seconds. Just down there. That's all you'll see. That's a good length. And then text-wise, I'll go add your text. I'll put, Pam. Not that. Pam, and then this one, yes. And then I'll just keep it all together, and I'll put by. Oh no, not by. Gan. I want it to be lowercase though. Oh, stop forcing uppercase, please. Gan, and then upper T.
Let's change it to Han.
Have you got Welsh on your keyboard? Is that why it makes it easier, or just
I just
used to like selecting it?
Right. Just turn off all of the autocorrect stuff every time I get a new device. Yeah.
Right. Okay. No. I mean, at least it's suggesting Llewellyn in there, which is which is better, isn't it? Okay, so I've got that. I'll go to text layouts. I'll go to dynamic. Yeah, that's what I wanted.
That's cool.
That is what I wanted. White for my text as well. Do you know what? That's great.
Yeah.
And then the reason why it's worked out so nicely is because I pressed return after Pam ? which meant that one could be really big and the one underneath could be really small. Just a pro tip from a pro. That's all I can say. And there. Oh, that was nice. Love that. Oh, I'm good for a modern vibe with mine. Yeah, there we go. Love this. This is great. I'm really enjoying myself. Go.
Cool. Okay, right. So let's go for our next scene. So let's just add a scene. So you can do that by clicking on the Add Scene button on the bottom of your timeline, the end of your timeline. On the iPad, it's just a plus icon in a box. Okay, but it's pretty obvious. Right, let's look what he's talking about first of all. Pam mae'r lleuad weithiau'n llawn ac weithiau fel cryman tenau iawn. So basically he's saying, why is the moon, actually I can just read it. Why is the moon sometimes full, then other times like a thin sickle? So that's what he's saying. So I'm just going to copy this text. Now, on the iPad, copying and pasting text from the internet is tricky. So if you hold your finger down on Open on a Google Doc and open it in a new tab, okay, it'll open this up and you can see that they're next door to each other. So it might be better anyway, so then you can see what each pair of lines means. So you can copy that. And now I am going to, not quite yet, paste it into the text box. First, let's get our video background sorted. So I'm going to search in media for moon. So he's asking, why is the moon sometimes big and round and sometimes it's a thin sickle shape? So I'm going to search for moon. Oh, there it is, Dom. It's doing that thing.
Yeah.
Where I can't type.
Yeah, over to me.
Do that thing where I can't type. If you get that, guys, and you can't type into the search box, which does that like 1 in a million times, you just need to refresh your page and then it'll behave. Yeah. Right, let's go over to...
let me show you on here. Yeah, so I'm opening the Google Doc here. Why is the moon so full? So you've got the English on one side, you've got the Welsh on the other. But essentially what we're trying to do here is we're trying to go here and press the plus. Oh.
Shall I take it? What happened there?
Hang on.
Okay,
right.
Here we go.
I go to the plus down the bottom. I've added in a new scene. I go over to media. I go to videos, and I'm going to search for moon, MOON, and then nice.
Now remember when you're choosing your video clips that you are going to need some text on the page with it. So try to avoid stuff that's really busy or that totally fills the. You know what I mean. Bear in mind that you're going to need some text.
Okay, I'm going to use this one because it's thin like a sickle.
That's great.
That's great. And then I'll go to text here, add your text, and then all I can do, I can go back to this page. I think I hope it's okay that I'm going to use the I'll use the English here, and then I can double click in here, and then 3 dots, paste. Yes, paste. And then I can bring that down. Now you can't see it, so that's no good. But if we change the fill to white, for example, and then maybe, you know what, like dynamic text is always good, isn't it? And then you can pop that there and you can decide where you want to put it. It's like, it doesn't really matter. I imagine Mr. Jones has probably got some wild ideas on what we should do with our text here. So maybe...
I don't. No, I don't. I don't. I'm just gonna put an outline on it because I'm in my outline phase at the moment.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna you do that, and I'll do an outline which is the same color as that glorious golden moon there.
Okay. Should I take it on or
yeah,
what?
go for it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you go. So I'm gonna grab my moon. There we go. I like this one behind the clouds. That's cool. I'm gonna add my text. Add your text. Right. So now is the time to copy and paste this first line of text. Okay, here we go, and paste that in. So it is black text on a black background, never a good start. So I'm just going to change that to white. Now then, I'm going to keep mine as default, I think. Something you do need to do with poetry, okay, is respect the line breaks, because when you write poetry, when you start a new line, sometimes you'll have a capital letter when it's in the middle of a sentence, okay? So gotcha. This A here, is a capital A following a comma. So if you were just writing, an essay or something or a story, that would be a big no-no, to have a capital letter in the middle of a sentence. So maybe it's worth you putting that line in, that empty line in, to show that that's kind of where the rhythm ends. Even you kind of respect the rhythm in poetry more than the actual punctuation. Right. So there it is. That font is again dreadful. So let's pick. Oh, this is a lovely font for poetry, I think. Yeah, it's beautiful. There we go. Just pop that in like this. And yeah, I'm going to put an outline in, and I'm just going to tap on outline, and I'm going to choose maybe a color from my moon. Oh no, that does not work. I'll go for one of my darker clouds. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. There we go. Right. So now I'm going to add a new scene. Okay. Add scene here. And scene lengths, we're not going to worry about for a minute. Scene lengths, we'll sort out when we're done. Okay. So my next scene, what is it about? Well, my next scene is about, so why is the seagull flying above so incredibly white and the crow is so black? Okay, pam mae'r wylan sy'n hedfan fri mor feddwl o wyn ar fran mor ddi. Right, so that's my text. I'm not ready to copy and paste that yet. I need to sort my video out first. So let's go into media, videos, and I'm going to search for crow in here. And we've got a flying crow there. That's perfect.
Cool.
Bring that in, and then add some text. Add your text, and I'm going to copy that text, pop it in. Okay, now do this, and then you can choose. If you drop your font down, it'll actually tell you which font you've got in use. So this is the font that I want to use, Mamelon. So there it is. Now here it is again. Look at this. We've got this capital M here, right bang in the middle of a sentence. It doesn't make sense. So to make it make sense, let's just break that line up. Okay. So I've got that there. That looks great. And the black font is working fine because it kind of echoes that the black crow. Maybe I'll bring up an outline, and this outline can be white because we're talking about seagulls which are white. Okay. Now, you could also, just as kind of a side note here, if you want to use the Welsh text, but you're not quite sure what it says, then you could use both. You know what I mean? You could.
That's true. Yeah.
You could add two text boxes onto your page like this. You know, maybe you could make the English one a little bit smaller so that people that don't understand the Welsh poem can have a look at what it means like that. You could do something like that. Or you could just do the English or just do the Welsh, whatever suits you guys. Right, there we go. I'm happy with that. That's my kind of third scene ready and done. Should we have a look at how you're getting on, Dom?
Yeah, please. I'm enjoying this.
Okay,
right.
There you go.
So I made sure that this text was the same as my first text in here. And like Mr. Jones says there, you can select that text. And then if you do your little drop-down box, it will actually tell you in use. And this is Mooley Black Italic, which is great.
Nice.
Okay, so I've got that one. And by the way, look at this video.
Oh,
I'm going to have fun with that. This is looking great. So I'm going to use the plus. You can see the plus right down at the end here. I'm going to use that plus, and it's going to pop in there. I can go to media on the left-hand side, videos, and I mean, I could go for seagull.
Yeah.
Because you went for crow, I could go for seagull. Wow, some cool ones here. Do I need to do like loads?
Two fact of the day for you, Dom. Two words that have entered the English language from Welsh is seagull and penguin. There we go.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds great. So let's go in here, and then I got my seagull here. This is cool.
That sounds great.
Leave me alone. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to photos. I'm just going to go a little bit off piste because we know a little bit of off piste. And in here, I go to crow, and ooh, very cool. And maybe I just want to have a crow who's just like chilling. Just a chilling crow. This one. Is that a crow? That's not a crow with the orange beak. No, thank you, sir. Maybe this one here. Pop it in there. And then once it's loaded, 3, 2, 1, boom.
It's lucky you're an ornithologist, Dom. You could have had the bird in there.
Yeah, well, that's it. There you go. Got my crow.
Yeah.
Pop in there. Hello.
Oh, there's some next level stuff going on here.
Yeah. He's just giving a little hello sausage. And then I'll go back and get my text. Why is the seagull flying above so incredibly white and the crow so black? So let's copy that. Copy. And then I can add my text. It's giving me the same font as before, which is great.
Lovely.
3 dots. Paste. Yes. Allow paste. Come on. And then, oh yeah, I'm gonna dynamic it because it always makes things look better. And then something like that.
Yeah.
And then just pop it on the wall.
Oh, it works well.
It works well. It's simple and it's effective. There we go. Go on then.
Okay. Go on then.
Go on then.
Right. Okay. So we've got 2 scenes to go for our first half of the poem, which is what we're doing on today's session. So I'm going to add a scene again. What's the next scene talking about? The next scene is talking about Sgwarnog, which is the hare, which is just a big wild rabbit. So this is the classic turtle and the hare, isn't it? The tortoise and the hare. So why is the hare on the heath so fast, but the turtle can barely move? So again, you could just get one or the other, or like Dom did, you could go fully pro and get both. So if I go into media and videos and just search in here for, you can search for tortoise, or you can search for hare. There we go. And these are great because this hare is on the heath. So that's good. There's loads of results for hare. 29 videos for hare. Who'd have thought it? Yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to grab that. So in it goes. And let's get some text. So text. There we go. Add your text. Brilliant. I've got the same font. It's learning. Let's copy this. Copy this. Okay. And I'm going to paste it in. Paste. Lovely. And then same again. I'm going to break my lines up. I think it just helps with the sense of the poetry. There we go. And then just size it up nice and big. Now then, this background is quite difficult for me to read. Even if I pop an outline on and make that outline white, it's still, quite busy. So I'm going to use a shape. So I'm going to scroll down. I've got shape here, okay, on the text menu. Pop that shape on. There we go. That's going to help me straight away. Now then, colors, shape color, shape fill here. Let's click on that, and let's just grab maybe a nice green from my heath. Lovely.
Oh, lovely.
And then I'm going to pop back to my text here, and then the outline, which is white at the moment, maybe I'm going to choose maybe one of these kind of colors on the hair. Light kind of sand color. There we go. And then I'm just kind of toning that in. So I've got that scene is done. Oh, that's cool. Look, he pops behind the text, and then looks between the lines. That's great. That's just a happy accident, which is fine. We'll take those wins wherever we get them from. Right. Yeah. And then my final scene, just add scene. My final scene is this. Pam mae dŵr yn mor glir ar gwydyr a dŵr yr afon fawr mor fydyr. So why is the water in the stream as clear as glass and the big river's water so dirty? Right. So I'm going to go to media, videos, and I search just for stream in here. Stream is there. So I want one that shows that the water in the stream is nice and clear like glass. So, oh, look at this.
Oh, that'll be a great one for that.
Yeah. So I'm going to pop that in. And now text. Add your text. Let's go over, grab that line. There we go. Control C to copy. Back over, Control V to paste. Now then, this I need to do a bit of work on this text because as cool as that background is, it's very difficult to put text on top of it. So I'm going to use the same kind of technique as I did with the hair, which is I'm going to pop an outline on first of all, and then I'm going to go and add a shape. Okay, shape fill and change that color to the color of one of my rocks here, maybe. There we go. I'm going to bring that shape opacity down as well, just so that I can see through it a little bit. You can see the stones through the shape.
That's good. Yeah, that works well.
Back out of that outline. Now then, the outline, I'll grab another color from the... There we go, from the rocks there. Yeah, lovely. Ties it all together. Now then, notice this. Some fonts don't like a W with an circumflex on it. That's what we call that little accent. So if you've got that problem, you got two options basically. You change your font, or you change the W out for one without a circumflex. Okay, and if that really bothers you, because it does bother me, because that's just incorrect, then you can just usually, if you use Shift and 6 on your keyboard, that'll just give you a circumflex on its own. So then you can just
I see,
pop it into place. Okay. That's the struggle is real. Okay, when we're trying to be correct. This is it. This is real life here. There we go. Okay, but it's no big deal. And now it's correct and doesn't bother me. Right. Okay, so I'm done with setting up my 4 scenes and my title scene. So we've got a little bit to do afterwards, but let's pop over and see how Dom's getting on. There we go.
I'm just playing around here. I found a really nice little video there. I mean, I'm always keeping it in dynamic, really, just to make it sort of easier for me to lay out. I'll put a little outline on there, outline thickness, bring that up. But I also need to go to my little font bar here, font selection bar, and then find the one that I'm using all the time, which is Moody Black. Yeah, that's lovely.
Moody.
Yeah. And then, make sure it's in the middle again. There we go. I mean, I guess I could bring the opacity down so you can see the stream through it. That's nice.
It's lovely.
I like that. Yeah, but let's go on to like doing things like the length of clips, I suppose.
Yeah, we got 3 minutes left. So now's a good time for us to kind of bring it all together and finish off our ideas. So we've got loads of different lengths of clips here. This is 14 seconds. This is 19 seconds. So what I'm going to do is this first scene, I'm just going to drag that back to be about 5 seconds. I mean, if you want to be exactly 5 seconds, then you can. Okay, but around 5 seconds. Once I've done that, I'm going to click on the 3 dots. And then you see there's this apply duration to all.
Oh, smart.
Okay. So now if I just click on that, apply duration to all, every scene in my video is 5 seconds long. Now then, how about the transition, how we move from one scene to the next? Well, that's called a transition. So we're going to click on this little plus icon between the first scene and the second scene. And we're going to add a transition. And if you hover over them, you see you'll get a dip to black. Dip to blacks do work quite nicely, especially with poetry. Dip to white, just a dissolve where it melts in, a push, it's a bit violent, a slide, also violent, or a wipe. I'll just go for a dip to black for a change, I think. So go for dip to black, and then you can change the duration. So maybe I want that to be maybe 1.5, 1.72 seconds, maybe. And then down at the bottom again, we've got this button, apply to all scenes. So we can apply the duration to all scenes, but we can also apply this transition to all scenes. Okay, so now when I play it, we've got this guy, not sure what's going on. And then after 5 seconds, we get this, there we go. We get this lovely dip to black, 5 seconds, dip to black. Yeah, it works really nicely. Okay.
Oh, that's work. That's really
My
good.
final step is to put some nice, ponderous music in the background. Music that makes you think that people are thinking. So in the media tab on the left-hand side, where we've been going to find videos all afternoon, let's click on audio. And now you need to find some music that'll work. So maybe acoustic would work, maybe background would work. I don't think blues or brass is going to work. Classical might be a good one. you know?
Yeah.
And then you can just scroll through and see, right? Does something grab your attention? Maybe this, fields untouched. This sounds quite good. Let's have a look. Yeah. Could you hear that then? Yeah.
No, couldn't actually.
Oh,
No.
okay. I think I've got my my echo thingy on. Right. So I'll just add that in. Okay. You can see it's added it to my timeline. And the only other thing I'd want to do at the end of my video is that I'd like that to fade out. Okay, there we go. So I'll pass back to Dom, and whilst we're on Dom's screen, I'll sort of get my echo thingy off so that I can play mine. Okay,
Okay.
right.
I'll keep this quick. So I got my first one, and my first one is actually 5 seconds long already. But but this clip here, which is longer, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to increase the speed to 200 because I want us to see within the 5 seconds some really cool stuff. So what I'm going to do is now that I've increased the speed of that, I can go back to Pam, 3 dots, and apply duration to all. Nice. There's some really cool stuff going on here, and it's complete accidents, but that is what it's all about. Look at that. And then it goes through to there, and you can see the transition. Then it's going to go flash. Yeah. And then look, the seagull screaming in the crow's face. Oh, I love that. It's worked really well. It's perfect. Add audio down the bottom. I just put chill in. Deep meditation was good for me. And then you're going to go in. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah, there you go. And then, yeah, and then volume fade in and out. That'll be good. And then the only other thing is in the little plus between scenes there, if you click on that little plus, is it going to do add a transition? I'll do a dissolve. I love a dissolve. And then at the bottom here, it says apply to all scenes. Job's a good one. I'm done. Can't hear you. While you're sorting out your mic there, I'm going to show them how to share. You can share by going up to the top here, pressing share or pressing download next to it. You can press share there. A view-only link that is just there. It looks almost exactly the same on the browser as well. You can click that. It takes a little bit longer because there's a little bit more to do. There's some sound, there's some video, there's some text, all sorts of things going on. So that's how it works. Right. That is that. Thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Mr. Jones can put something on the screen, probably to say this is what's happening next week. Next week, I think we've got another Black History Month. I think we've also got, next Thursday, Black History Month. I've also just put absolutely loads of new sessions on there. Loads. Up to the end of November. Check them out. There's loads and loads and loads of them. And the link is, for teachers, is right there. Cool. Slightly over time, so I'm going to say toodle pip, and Mr. Jones can give us a little wave, and we will see you on the next one. Take it easy.